I'm George Walters, and welcome to Reviving the Simple Life, where we explore simplicity and the wisdom of the past. So with that, let's get started. So, today we're going to start off making an axe handle. See how that goes. I got some Ironwood here. That's what she looks like. It's very good for axes, and if you make a handle out of that, it pretty well lasts a lifetime. But she's a little crude here, so like that. Let's see if you can see it. So we're going to run her through and get a flat side on each one of these for on the joiner here, and we'll see how that goes. See if we can straighten her out a bit anyways. Coming. He's hard. But that's all right. Should be okay. Yeah, maybe one more here. Yeah, that's nice now. Now we got a nice flat side to it here. Really a tight grain ironwood, I'll tell you. And she's heavy, you know. But once she gets made into an axe handle, it turns out pretty good. So the only thing you have to remember when you're putting like ironwood through your joiner here is just to make sure you go slow. Don't try to push it through too fast. It's a good idea to do that with any kind of wood. So as you can see, we got some shavings down there. Anyways, I'll let you have a look over here on this side now. So I got another old axe handle. I use it. I bought it off a friend of mine here in town, so I'm just going to use it I keep it as a template. So what we'll do is we'll put this in here, get her, see what's the best way for the grain. So when we put that, we want that like that. That'll be good. You don't want that, so we'll put her. So you see the grain goes like this. So we'll do the flat style. The grain goes like this a little bit, so we'll lay that on top for the first marking. Just something to hold it for us. Okay, we'll put that on there. See what's the best end. A little bit of Checking, this is a wider end. Well, I think that should look nice. We're lucky this piece is just exactly the right length. My axe is 36 inches, which is this is, and this is 38, so that's good. Extra inch, it's good. Yeah, I don't know, you like my measuring tape. It's from right to left. It's a different. I don't know if you can notice it or not. Yeah. It's the old way of doing things. A friend of mine, I lost mine years ago, and I always wanted another one. And a friend of mine I talked to, Steve there, he mentioned it to me that they do make them, and at Lee Valley, and not cheap. You're around $25, but then again, that's not too bad. And it's called a blind man's tape. Pretty cool. So the nice thing about these is that when you put them in, you hold it with your left hand, so you don't have to be, you can mark with your right. The other tape measures, you put it like so, you got to turn it around. Well, you got to get your hand over on the right side there to make the marks. The marks are upside down, in other words. Here, the marks are up, right side up. Not a big deal. You probably get used to that. I got used to that one over the years, but I just wanted something new. It works good. It's nice to have. So anyway, so we're going to mark this. I would only suggest is you always use a flat pencil. You still got to sharpen these the old way. But that's all right. If you're a woodworker, you usually carry a knife in your pocket anyways, or if you live in the country, I'm sure most everybody does. And so now, with a flat side, you can kind of go around it and hold it against it so it's flat. Whereas like a round one, you're kind of, it's beveled down here, and so you're not getting a consistent mark. And it's round, so it has a tendency of flipping over. Whereas a square one, you just kind of go right along it. So we're going to leave that right about there. Looks good on both sides. And we'll mark that. Should be a little bit bigger when we need it, but that's all right. Better be a little bit more on it and then take it off after. And make a nice dark line here so we can for sure see it. There. So, we got her all nice scribe line. She looks pretty good there. So, now we just gotta put that on the bandsaw and see if we can cut that out nice. I have to pull that out a bit. Gonna have to kind of eyeball it. So we're just going to see if we can cut this down here pretty nice and straight. Hold her. See how it goes. Kind of go off to the edge here, turn it around and go the other way. Yep. See what I can do with this side. Okay, so there's the one side. Now we just lay the other axe, put it on this way. So now we just see makeshift thing. I'm going to get my hand in the right way. Maybe we can go over a bit more. It's going to be touch and go there. Put about 10 lines on it, and then you can figure out which one to follow. There we go. Now we got the right width. Now we just got to get the right length. So we'll cut this. I think we'll maybe put a mask on. Don't need to be breathing too much of that. See how that goes. So I think what we're going to do is now I got that. Oh, I got to do that. Got to do the bottom yet here. I think we gotta first give her a little mark job here. So that's the way it goes. So this is the axe I'm gonna do. This is another one that I found it way out behind the house here. I don't know whether you can see it or not. I gotta clean it up a little bit more. They made axes years and years ago, and in our country, and they made a darn good axe. And, I have to say, I got to sharpen it and clean her all up. When I get her all done, she'll look something like this one when I get her cleaned up. A nice edge on it. These aren't a splitting axe. These are a cutting axe for like chopping down trees, things like that. And this is a lot thinner here. So a splitting axe is a little wider, so you have less of a bevel, and it'll come up. But this, as I say, this one is a chopping axe. Same as this one. This is another chopping axe, and very, very thin here. So she'll be nice. She'll be a beautiful axe. You can't buy them anymore like that. That's quality. This one I just showed you here. This is I don't know whether you can make it out or not, but this is an Ardex axe. Right in here, this is Ardex, so it says. And there's a maple leaf right there. It says maple leaf and Ardex, A-R-D-E-X. Yeah. Yep, found that one too out there while I was digging. I found this one. Kind of neat. But this one is a really mess. I made a video on it, so how to sharpen them and everything else. There's another video on it. But anyways, so what we're going to do now is put the axe handle, put the axe on there and mark it out. Goes like so. What you got to remember too is it sounds a little strange, but when you put an axe goes on a certain way, the top here is always larger. This part is longer and larger. This is smaller, as you can see. That goes on the bottom. That goes on like so, that way. So the small to the bottom, the large to the top. Because when you put your wedges and everything in, that'll split that apart and fill this up. That's very important. You don't want to put them on backwards. You know, some people do. So put them on, you know, put them on like so and like that. You don't want that way. This one you can't pretty well go wrong if you didn't want to, because it's got a nice dip in it, a nice flare. But the newer ones, if you buy some new ones, offshore ones, they're kind of the same here as they are here. And I don't like that. This kind of gives it a nice look. Anyway, so what we got to do now, I'm going to put this in the vise. And I'm going to lay that on top like that. And eyeball it pretty straight. See how it goes down that axe, nice. We don't want the axe to be crooked. Just kind of eyeball it. Don't have to be exactly, oops, don't have to be exactly right, but you want it as close as you can. Anyways, that's it there. Yep. You want to find, this is the line, so this here I'm going to cut off. I'll cut off with a bandsaw, and then, but I want a middle line, which is going to be a wedge will go in there after. So there. Now maybe we can, it's going to be a little trickier. A little power to it. Make sure it work over. This here is Grit is I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's 30 Grit. So it brings your rate down fast. Then after we get done, we'll use the Orbital. Anyways, so that's starting to take shape now. So I just kind of go by eye as to where I like it. So like here's a little high. So, you know, that to me, that makes an axe handle authentic. Like if you're doing something by hand and nothing is perfect, or I should say nothing is the same every time. Every handle I make or anyone makes is always, if they're making them by hand, is always a little wee bit different, which is a nice thing, because you got one of a kind. So, I use, these are really only like a 4-inch belt. Or 3.5. I use a 4. I like them a little wider. I don't, just for these kind of purposes, because you can kind of get around a little bit more, and to each their own, really. But kind of make short work of a hard project. As I say, this Ironwood, it's like iron too. Boy, oh boy, she's hard. Yeah, you just gotta kind of go by, as I say, you gotta kind of go by eye. And I did do one axe handle one time. I have a big rudder bit for my rudder table that I make banisters with. And I did that. It turned out pretty good. Not exactly the way I liked it, but it was all right. A little bit tight on this side here. That feels nice. Beautiful. Nothing, all the years I've been doing woodworking, and I never ever can get enough of the feel of wood once it's all said and done. So now, all we got to do is fit this handle in here, get her all set nice, put a wedge in it. I just want to just do a little wee bit of a sanding on the one side here. I don't know if I got a, I have a good rasp, and I was going to use it to make this video, but do you think I can find that darn thing? I don't know what in the hell I did with it, to be honest with you. Not what I wanted. I kind of wanted to clean up that axe at the bottom here. Yeah, maybe. You can tell over the years they've used it for more than just an axe. They use it for everything. All right. That's that. That's all I'm going to do with it. Other than putting the finishing coat on it. I got a mess on that one. Oh, that there. Oh boy. That piece is no good no more. It's not. Another little tip, you probably all know it, but make darn sure that these holes are exactly on the holes. If there's a little bit off to one side and there's a little bit of that pad showing, you'll wear that pad out twice as quick as you would if you make if you didn't put them in them holes properly. So just make sure you put that on exactly straight, right on, so that you don't see any pad underneath around them holes. It'll save you a lot of dollars over the years. I'm probably a little bit too fussy, but anyways, I always figure if you're gonna do a job, you might as well do it right, or best you can, anyways. All right, so now what I'm going to show you is I use this on a lot of my axe handles, hammer handles, or anything that you don't want to eat off of it or anything like that. But I use it, and it's called Old English. It's just an old oil. It's like a toxic and thing, but it doesn't hurt your hands once it's dry or anything like that. And I use it on any kind of wood finishes that, as I say, that you're not going to eat off of or anything like that. And it works good. I just give her a little shake, because it does have a little tendency to that after you set it, after it sits for a while, the good stuff settles in the bottom a bit, but not much. So I just give her a little shake, and then we'll find an old rag here. And we're just going to bring this wood to life. And we'll show you. It sure is amazing what's hidden underneath, what nature hides underneath itself. Doesn't take a whole lot. That bottle there would probably do about 100, or not, maybe 50 axe handles. So that there oil will soak, that wood will soak that right up. And if you want a little darker, you just maybe put another coat on it in a day or so. But it's not really necessary. Very important to get this end really good, and that's where if she's ever going to crack or split a little bit, it does. But there we go. She's in good. Put that away one more time in case you haven't seen it. So that's that. Go up there. Now we got her all done. We're just going to take the clean thing and we're just going to wipe that all down. Just take that all and just take that right off there good. And now you got, that'll dry overnight. And you got yourself a beautiful axe. Give her a little bit. Let that soak right down in around that joint good. There. There, we're just going to let that now sit right up here, and that there wood, that oil will run down in around in there while it'll seep in, and just let that sit and she'll dry in there. So there it is. I don't know what you guys think or whatever, but I think that's a pretty nice job. And with that, I'm going to head around into the house and have myself a cup of coffee. And I want to thank you all for watching.